Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of Temple Trials. We are pretty much, we're getting a lot of done in this video, and we're also making a little extra scene before we actually enter the big temples all the way around the dog ride. So you haven't just really seen me build on this section here before, so this is the first time. But after you kind of go into this ride here, there will be a lot of trick works happening around you. It'll kind of like there will be a narrator telling you what's about to happen before you actually go into the deep temple. So what I'm doing today is kind of like a little scenic scene here with some open gateways. There has a little bit of a spooky vibe. There's gonna be some bats in there. There's gonna be some crazy eyes looking at you. It's gonna be super cool how this will eventually end up looking. Because I've been struggling a lot to figuring out what I wanted to build on this specific section here. But the more I built and the more I kind of added, I kind of found a good way of implementing and integrating everything together here. As you can see, using a lot of thememaker toolkit here for the wall. I thought this was a super cool wall with this sort of ancient engravation in it, and it just looks super cool. So I kind of like went with that concept and just moved every piece here and there, and I'm actually super happy for the end result. My first goal was to kind of like make a well of like an aqueduct almost of water, but then the more I added, and I was like, I can't really add any water to this section. It's not like Planet Zoo, you know. So I had to improvise, and I had to do it in the best way possible. So I'm making, as I say, these two arches left and right. And then we're gonna have this sort of scene where the ride itself is gonna stop. It's gonna be someone telling you what's up, and then gonna be a few triggers and a little bit extra surrounding this sort of vibe here. And I'm really happy for the whole result when you get to see it at the end here. You saw a little bit of cinematic shots and stuff, but there's just something about this specific build here that I really like, because it kind of ends off the section here. So before you go to the right, you'll have all these things happening to you before you even get into the ride itself. And I really love that concept. And I also really felt like this were a good spot to do this, you know, because the ride itself is gonna go past here, and we're gonna turn it towards here, and they're gonna be able to look like you're gonna get a good view of everything around you here. And I'm just loving this project so much. I have not really built a lot of stuff with the adventure pieces, like where it's only adventure pieces, as I told in the previous episode. There's not a lot of thememaker toolkit, even though I wanted to, but if I don't really need it, then I don't see a reason to use it. So I'm only using very important pieces, and I'm probably using a lot of them over and over again, as you can see with some of the ruined pieces and stuff. So here's kind of like the concept and idea that I mentioned to you guys about the whole aqueduct here. But the more I added, I was like, why don't we just make it completely derelict and like trash, and like it's had seen better days, right? So I'm really trying to work my way around here to get some water in, but I go away from that idea very quickly, as you can see, and just rubble it up like it's dried out in a way, and it's only stuff here now that you can see that's here, like rubble and stuff, and I kind of like that vibe too. I know we have a lot of different colors, but as I said before too, it's a lot in the dark, so a lot of these things will not really affect like color wise, and I'm also gonna do a lot of trigger works. But what's good about this section here is that we kind of like have 60% of the dog ride connected now, which is pretty damn good, because we still need a queue, we still need the two other scenes, and then we need the finish point of the dog ride itself, which I haven't really got to yet, which I'm still kind of brainstorming on what could be. If you got ideas, let me know down below what you feel like would be cool to have this sort of temple ride ending with. You kind of have seen what we've built and what we have, So if you have any suggestions, let me know down below, and I will make sure to maybe implement them in my next video or in my next stream, where I usually build this. As you can see here, the Ghostbusters gate is so good here too, and I felt like it was about time I used that as a gateway. So it's really cool what I'm doing here. I'm trying to make the gate, and then afterwards I'm gonna put in some hands and, as I tell you, some bats and stuff to really get this vibe in here, the spooky, eerie vibe. And it's going really well. It's going really well. I think this gate piece here from the Ghostbusters pack is absolutely amazing. And as you can see here, really trying to figure out a way to put in some hands that could be somewhat triggered, or at least kind of like get a spooky vibe of there's something beyond these gates here and you do not want to mess with it. So eventually it'll just be some skeleton hands, because they work the best. And then afterwards I am trying to figure out a way to put in some more clutter pieces and some greenery. And then I am fixing up the roof as well, so it feels like we are actually inside of a temple still. And that is mainly what the whole ride is going to be about. I think we have 2 scenes that's going to be outside, more or less, very short scenes, but it kind of works with it. So as you can see here, putting in some fogs and mist and stuff, and really trying to make this look like it's destroyed, and it's been that for a long time. And I really love these rubble pieces here to make that feeling. As you can see, it feels like it has a touch inside of the wall, and it really works wonders when you build rubble like this. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this, and as you can hear too, I'm kind of like trying out a new microphone here. So yeah, it's really nice that I don't have to speak in a webcam camera anymore. So you can expect some nicer voiceovers from now on. But as you can see, we're still trying to incorporate a lot of these pillars and temples and stuff, and really make it work wonders here. And I really like this whole concept now. As you can see, it's we got a lot of rubble, we got a lot of broken stuff everywhere, and after that I'm just trying to evolve more and get a roof on top from the previous scene, as you can see here now. And it took some time to figuring out what I wanted to do, but we got there eventually. Especially here with the magma pieces, I didn't really know what to do. So I was like, why don't we make it go underneath? Just make it feel like it has a purpose and go, there's something about it. And it kind of works like that, because you won't really be able to see this so much. Mainly because we're gonna have a fire that's gonna continue being triggered towards it, as you've seen in the start. So putting in some rubble pieces in the floor too, and now we're starting on the a little bit more funnier part, exactly by adding more foliage and all that stuff. Because even though we are inside, a lot of stuff can go through these temple pieces and grow, because you see that a lot in many different temples, how nature is slowly taking over. And as you've seen me in previous builds and time lapses, that this is pretty much what happens with nature. And I kind of love it, and I love that we can just go crazy with it, and just add a lot of different things here. As you can see, turning around the bushes here too, and really getting into the core here of having all this foliage placed around. And as soon as we get a roof on top and a star panel, everything here is gonna look super dope. Remember, as you can see on the big square on the left, that if you want to follow me build this live, you can do so on my Twitch, and if not, you will just have to wait for a new episode here, because I haven't really been building this for the last 2 weeks. So but hopefully I will do a little stream next week with temple trials. Otherwise, maybe I'll just do a video on it. That might be interesting to see what we can do. And I also have a cool friend of mine is gonna build a little scene, or a little pre-show maybe, for us as well for this project. So it's pretty cool what's gonna happen with this project. And as I say, we're like 60% combined the dog ride, and it's actually quite a lot. So I'm very happy for the progress here, and for how much we actually have been built through the past month or two. this has also literally been the only project in Planet Coaster I have been building, but I do crave to go back to some Grimskate maybe, so hopefully soon you will get to see some Grimskate videos again. So, but as you can see, we're really starting to put up everything here, and as soon as we get the seating, the star panel up, and we connect it from the other side, this is gonna look so cool. Like, I really like that it's opening now, but the more I actually add of pieces in here, it actually works. It works so well. And I'm a big fan of this whole situation here. I think this is one of my coolest scenes I've made. Like how the ruins and foliage kind of work together here, and then we'll have the big gates that just gives it a little bit more of a mysterious vibe, and I think that is awesome. Foliage everywhere, and at the end I am also placing a little bit of clutter pieces, because if we add clutter pieces, we have to remember, why is it down here? Well, there's some people before here that kind of like wanted to investigate and do some more adventuring down here, so they left a few things. I've also been thinking about that, and maybe we will eventually add that on a few scenes and stuff, but it's mainly just gonna be a temple where nature has taken over, and there's not a lot to recognize from the places anyway. And as you can see here, I placed in some bats because of their eyes. They give like this super red eyes, and then I found this little monsters cannon I haven't used since I made my Smurf ride. We're talking 3 years ago, but it gives a nice little vibe. You can see some red eyes, and then we'll have this triggered as well, so you can kind of see when the bats are coming towards you. And I kind of like that. It's super cool. As you can see, some nighttime lighting here. I saw someone comment last time with the lighting, and I can tell you that this is not permanent. I will eventually add a lot more lighting to the whole ride when the ride is completely done. That's kind of like how I work, but I do really like the atmosphere here, and we still don't even have a roof yet. So it's really nice, and I'm loving the interaction we're doing with everything here, like how the whole ride is starting to become one. And yeah, I just think we did a good job here so far. But if you have anything you want to share or tell me about this project, or have any ideas, do not hesitate to let me know in the comments down below, because I'm always up for suggestions and new things and how to evolve. So let me hear below if you got anything, and also remember to like the video if you think it deserves it. And you can always subscribe for a lot more Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo stuff, because we are not done with anything yet. We also, as I told you, we also have a dog ride in Grimskate coming up, which I really want to get into, because I built one of the coolest stations and interiors for that ride, so it would be a shame to not finish it. So I'm gonna do that too, and then we'll see where it takes us in the Planet Coaster world. Because we're about to finish a lot of projects again, and we don't have a lot left. So it's very fun, very interesting. But we are at the last part here, me adding the last few things. As you can see, a little bit triggers, a little bit of animals, animatronics, to get that very nice temple vibe. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think, and enjoy these nice cinematics. And hopefully I'll see you in my next Temple Trials video, which will be very soon. So yeah, take care, homies, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.